Introduction of Rural Sociology and Educational Psychology Social Groups by Dr. Saurabh Sharma, Associate Professor, Nagaland University, Medzifema Campus, Nagaland. Social groups. Aristotle, the legendary Greek philosopher, said, "Man is by nature a social animal. An individual who is unsocial naturally and not accidentally is either under our notice or more than human." A social group is a collection of individuals who interact with one another, share similar characteristics, and have a sense of unity or common identity. These groups are fundamental units of social organization and are characterized by patterns of interaction that are regular and structured. Key features of a social group: interaction. Members of a social group regularly interact with each other, either directly or indirectly. Shared identity. Group members typically share a sense of belonging or identity, which distinguishes them from non-members. Common interests or goals. Members often have common interests, goals, or purposes that bring them together. Social structure. Social groups usually have a system or setup, with roles, rules, and expectations that help guide how members should behave. Size. Social groups can vary greatly in size, from small groups like families and peer groups to large organizations or communities. Examples of social groups: family, a primary social group where members are connected by blood, marriage, or adoption. Friendship groups, people who choose to associate based on shared interests or emotional connections. Workplace teams, colleagues who work together towards common professional goals. Religious communities, members who share the same faith and religious practices. Clubs and societies, groups formed around shared hobbies or activities, such as sports teams or book clubs. Social groups play a crucial role in shaping individual behavior, providing support, and facilitating social cohesion. Defining social groups: Macivia and Page. Group is any collection of humans who are brought into social relationships with one another. Ogburn and Nimkoff: whenever two or more individuals come together and influence one another, they constitute a social group. Robert K. Merton: a social group is a number of people who define themselves as members of a group, who expect certain behavior from members that they do not expect from outsiders and whom others define as belonging to a group. The social nature of humanity. Man is by nature a social animal. An individual who is unsocial naturally and not accidentally is either under our notice or more than human. Regular interaction. Members engage with each other directly or indirectly. Shared identity. Members feel a sense of belonging that distinguishes them from others. Common goals. Shared interests or purposes bring members together. Social structure. Systems with roles and expectations guide member behavior. Characteristics of social groups. Collectivity. 1. The basic prerequisite of a group is the existence of more than one individual. Groups vary in size from 2 members to several hundred million. The collectively is based on common interests. Red Cross Society. 2. The people in the group know that they are part of the same group. Interaction. The key thing about a group is how its members talk and interact with each other. When how people talk and interact matters more, we can call it a group. Reciprocity. In a group, people know each other and act in certain ways because they are connected. Their relationships work both ways, like a two-way street. Example: in a sports team, players know each other and work together. They pass the ball, give advice, and support each other because they are connected and share the same goal. 2. They are in a position to stimulate each other meaningfully and are in a position to respond meaningfully to any common stimulus. We feeling means that group members have common loyalties. In a similar way, people in a country who follow the same rules and have similar loyalties, history, and future goals are seen as group. A political party. Classification by C. H. Cooley. According to Sumner, social groups are divided into major types based on nature of relationship, interaction. Primary groups: our closest connections, intimate interaction, face-to-face association and cooperation, physical proximity, close relationships with intimate contact. Small size, limited membership allows for deeper connection, stability and continuity. Lasting relationships that promote closeness, maximum control, strong influence over members' behavior. Importance of primary groups. Personality development. Primary groups serve as the foundation for identity formation. They shape our core values and self-concept from early childhood. Enhanced efficiency. Members inspire and support each other. Cooperation within primary groups leads to increased collective and individual effectiveness. holistic need fulfillment. These groups satisfy physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual needs. They provide essential love, security, and belonging. Socialization crucible. The primary group initiates socialization. It transmits cultural norms and prepares individuals for broader social integration. Secondary groups, on the contrary, secondary groups are less intimate and impersonal. It involves indirect interaction, e.g. one's workplace, clubs, political party, trade union, nation, etc. Less intimate interaction is more impersonal and indirect. Relationships based primarily on self-interest. Larger size membership is often extensive. Physical closeness is not necessary. Purpose-driven, formed for specific objectives. May disband after purpose is fulfilled. Limited control, less influence over individual members. Members play both active and passive roles. Lacks stability and personal relationships. Membership may change frequently, e.g., people joining or leaving an organization. Emotional bonds and long-term personal relationships are rare. Members play active and passive roles. Some members, leaders, active workers, take initiative and shape the group's activities. Others may participate passively, fulfilling only their minimum required roles. It is formed with definite objective. Its function is not spontaneous. The group is created intentionally to achieve certain goals: profit, advocacy, learning. Its activities and structures are planned and organized, not naturally evolved like in primary groups. Importance of secondary groups: learning and growing. Secondary groups help you learn new things and grow by giving you opportunities to study, work, or play with others. Making friends: they help you make new friends with similar interests or goals, expanding your social circle. Getting help: secondary groups offer support when you need it, like clubs or support groups for people facing similar challenges. Working together: in workplaces, they make it possible for people with different skills to work together efficiently and get things done. Following rules: secondary groups teach you about rules and how to behave properly in different situations. Building identity: they help you figure out who you are and how you fit into different parts of society. Creating change: some secondary groups, like activist groups, can help bring about important changes in society. Keeping traditions: cultural groups help preserve and celebrate traditions, like festivals and customs. Staying connected: they help you stay connected in our ever-changing world by adapting to new needs and challenges. Sharing ideas: secondary groups are great for sharing your ideas and hearing what others think, which can lead to new and better ways of doing things. Adapting to change: they can change and adapt to new situations, helping society stay strong and resilient. How secondary groups shape our development: identity formation helps define who we are in society. Social connection creates networks with those sharing common interests. Knowledge acquisition provides structured learning environments. Norm establishment teaches social rules and proper behavior. Secondary groups adapt to societal changes. They maintain traditions while fostering innovation. These groups create spaces for collaboration and mutual support. Benefits of secondary groups: learning and growth, opportunities to study and develop with others. Social expansion: make connections with those sharing similar interests. Support systems: offer assistance through clubs and specialized groups. Idea exchange: share thoughts leading to innovation and improvement. Formal versus informal groups: formal groups deliberately created with specific purposes and structure. Clear rules and procedures, defined roles and responsibilities, official leadership hierarchy, regular, structured meetings. Examples: work teams, committees, boards of directors. Informal groups spontaneously formed through natural social connections. No official structure, flexible membership, emphasis on social support driven by personal relationships. Examples: friend circles, lunch groups, social clubs. Comparing formal and informal groups. Aspect: formal groups, informal groups. Creation: deliberately created, spontaneously formed. Structure: systematic hierarchy, loose organization. Focus: position, importance, person, importance. Relationships: official, prescribed, personal. Natural communication: restricted, slow, formal, free, fast, casual. Reference groups. A reference group is like a group of people or role models who have an impact on what we think, believe, how we act, and what we buy. For example, a teenager sees their favorite celebrity wearing a specific brand of goggles and is influenced to buy the same pair to emulate their style and fit in with their peer group. Type of reference groups 1. Normative reference group 2. Comparative reference group. Normative reference group influences your norms, attitudes, and values through direct interaction. Example: normative reference group include your parents, siblings, teachers, peers, associates, and friends. Comparative reference group is a group of individuals whom you compare yourself against and may strive to be like. Example: celebrities and heroes. The power of group influence. 75% conformity rate. People often align with group opinions in social settings. 3x productivity increase. Effective teams can triple individual work output. 80% identity formation. Percentage of personal identity derived from group memberships. Thank you.